Welcome back to the news. We start with the intense locker room drama from the Golden State Warriors. We look at how Croatian big man Carlo Matkovic shed light on the deep scars left by the confrontation between Draymond Green and Jordan Poole, revealing the raw tension that lingers long after the championship celebrations ended. We dive into the history of that pivotal moment and the lasting impact it had on the franchise and the players involved.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we shift focus to the Warriors' future strategy. We examine why the Golden State Warriors might look smarter now after avoiding an overpriced trade involving Boston Celtics guard Derek White. We break down the recent performance of White, his disappointing playoff numbers, and the insider speculation about whether the team should be looking to acquire him at a lower price this offseason. Now, let's talk about the New Orleans Pelicans and their offseason moves. We investigate why the Pelicans need a center and how the decision around signing Kevon Looney fits into their strategy. We analyze the front office's process, looking at past moves like trading for Derek Queen and Jordan Poole to see if they can replicate that successful strategy to build a strong team for the future. Finally, we turn to the coaching uncertainty in Golden State. We get the latest update on Steve Kerr's future, with the Warriors following the coaching change in Orlando. With the Orlando Magic firing Jamal Mosley, reports suggest Golden State is urgently discussing Kerr's next move, and we'll tell you what this potential coaching shakeup means for the team moving forward. Stay with us for the full breakdown. The lingering tension from the Golden State Warriors' 2022 championship era remains a defining moment for several players, with recent accounts illuminating the lasting impact of the altercation between Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. Years after the incident, the rift continues to affect those involved, as evidenced by recent locker room interactions. Croatian big man Carlo Matkovic recently shared a personal account on the 6.75 Range podcast, describing the awkwardness of the aftermath. Matkovic recalled taking Draymond Green's jersey into the locker room, only to receive a specific look from Poole, stating, "It was just awkward. To me, Draymond is top tier on the court. He always asks how you're doing, he's a fun guy. But I like Poole, too." Matkovic, who now shares a locker room with Poole with the New Orleans Pelicans, noted that his teammate was not ready to let past issues go, particularly concerning the physical confrontation. This incident is widely cited as the turning point for the Warriors' dynasty, as Poole was viewed as the heir apparent to the Splash Brothers. Despite achieving a career year following the championship, the underlying friction persisted, ultimately leading to Poole's departure to the Washington Wizards. Ex-Warrior Juan Toscano Anderson commented on the situation, acknowledging that while such incidents are common in professional sports, the media narrative often positions Draymond as the villain, while Jordan faced a personal challenge for the remainder of his career. The tension is no longer just a media story. It is a palpable reality within the teams involved, demonstrating that the shadow of the confrontation continues to follow the players. The Golden State Warriors appear to have navigated a potential trade saga successfully, avoiding an overpriced deal involving Boston Celtics guard Derek White. Following persistent speculation linking the Warriors to the valuable backcourt player over the last year, the franchise seems to have made a smart decision as the Celtics contemplate their off-season plans for White. NBA insider Jake Fisher had previously indicated that the Golden State Warriors were interested in acquiring White last July. However, the situation has shifted as the Celtics evaluate their options for the veteran guard moving forward. White's recent performance with the Celtics has been mixed. Despite maintaining similar production levels in points, rebounds, and assists compared to the previous season, he failed to achieve the expected usage rate, particularly while Jason Tatum was sidelined with an Achilles injury. This season, White averaged 16.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.4 assists, but his shooting efficiency suffered, dropping below 40% from the floor and 32.7% from three-point range. His numbers deteriorated significantly in the playoffs, averaging just 11.1 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 3.1 assists on an underwhelming 32.1% field goal percentage and 27.2% from beyond the arc. This disappointing playoff run, which included a 3-1 lead loss to the Philadelphia 76ers, has fueled discussions about White becoming a trade candidate this offseason. While it is still likely White will remain with Boston, Ben Handler of Hardwood Houdini floated the possibility of a trade following the season-ending Game 7 defeat, suggesting the Celtics need more offensive output from their third-best player, especially considering his impending player option contract. Handler noted that selling high on Derek White was not an outlandish proposition. Last offseason, White's value was perceived as at an all-time high, suggesting any acquiring team would have to pay a premium, potentially including multiple first-round picks. Now, following a disappointing playoff campaign, there is a potential opportunity for the Warriors or another team to acquire White at a more favorable price, especially within a multi-team trade scenario where the Celtics secure an upgrade. Derek White remains a player who could fit seamlessly into the Golden State Warriors lineup, particularly as a defensive backcourt partner for Stephen Curry. If there is any movement regarding White this offseason, the Warriors are advised to proactively inquire about the terms required for a potential trade. The New Orleans Pelicans are entering the 2026 offseason facing the same core needs that plagued them during the summer of 2025. A significant need for an experienced center. Despite roster strengths in Zion Williamson, DeJounte Murray, Herb Jones, and Trey Murphy III, the team requires a true center to maximize the potential of its top talent. The previous offseason saw Joe Dumars and Troy Weaver attempt to address this gap by signing Kevon Looney, aiming for a player who could provide hard screens, rebounding, and interior defense. Looney brought valuable playoff experience as a 3-time NBA champion, but ultimately struggled with durability, appearing in only 21 games and proving inconsistent as a nightly option. However, the failure of the Looney signing should not dictate a change in strategy. The Pelicans front office should maintain its approach, as the underlying need for a center of that specific archetype remains critical. The team has faced significant criticism following previous offseason moves, including trades for Derrick Queen and Jordan Poole, and the Looney signing. Analysts argue that the Pelicans' decision-making process was sound. Trading for Queen was justified as he was the second-best player on the board, and acquiring Poole was logical given the team's need for better shot creation and guard play. Similarly, the rationale for signing Looney was that he fit the profile the team required. Moving forward, as the team installs a new head coach and focuses on other roster adjustments, the front office should revisit the center position. The data suggests that the Pelicans still desperately need a gritty, experienced five-man. With the current free agent landscape featuring several big men matching this archetype, employing the same strategic process used for the Looney signing could position the Pelicans for a strong 2026-27 season. The Golden State Warriors are facing a significant crossroads in the offseason as the team frantically seeks a path to championship contention centered around Stephen Curry. With the team missing the playoffs and coaching changes already circulating across the league, the future of head coach Steve Kerr with the organization is reportedly up in the air. This uncertainty is being amplified by recent coaching movements elsewhere, notably the firing of Orlando Magic head coach Jamal Mosley. Sources indicate that Golden State is expected to resume discussions with Kerr as early as today. Steve Kerr has been widely regarded as one of the league's top coaches, having guided the Warriors to 4 championships while navigating complex personalities like Draymond Green and Kevin Durant. However, the 2025-26 season proved challenging, marked by Stephen Curry missing half the season due to a right knee injury and Jimmy Butler tearing his ACL in January, leading to speculation that Kerr might step down. The coaching carousel is in full motion. Following Mosley's dismissal, the Warriors must quickly determine their plans regarding Kerr. If he remains, It provides a strategic advantage for the team's off-season planning. If he departs, the immediate priority will shift to finding a replacement. Furthermore, reports suggest that ESPN is actively trying to persuade Kerr to join them as a studio analyst, indicating that all options are currently being considered. With league sources confirming discussions are imminent, the resolution of Steve Kerr's future is anticipated this week, marking a pivotal moment for the Warriors as they map out their path forward.